With me today, I've got Steve Neal, who is the Senior Applications Engineer for SGS Tools. Steve, welcome to the hot seat. We've been keen to get you in.
Thank you very much for having me.
Now, I know that we've worked together in the past, but how about we just look into the history of SGS? How did it all start?
So SGS it started in 1951 in Akron, Ohio, and it was
It's an American
company. Yeah, American-based company. It started off as a small regrinding shop for the automotive tyre industry. So it's Firestone, that sort of companies there. And it was started by three guys, Seabold, Graves and Stoll, hence the name SGS.
So we started out quite small, but now it's a massive global name.
Yeah, it is. It's grown from there. Obviously, it started off, like I said, with the carbide burrs, and then it's gone on to drills, end mills, and then special carbide products.
And am I right in saying that in around 2016 it was purchased by Kyocera?
That's correct, yeah.
And that's helped boost the name around the world globally?
Yeah, because we're now in loads of different countries that we weren't in before, but we were already established in many of those countries.
How did the relationship between MSC and SGS all start?
So it originally started in the US, hence because we're both are American companies, and then it came over to the UK around about 16 years ago.
So working with MSC, what are the benefits that we both bring to the customer?
Well, MSC's got a great engineering team out there, and obviously suppliers like ourselves working with your engineers in the field and applying the cutting tools, that's key.
Do you see a big space where we can help with the skills gap that we're seeing out in the field?
Yeah, I mean, I've been an engineer for many years, sort of coming up to 40 years, and I'm definitely seeing a shortage in the skills gap in most companies now. They're struggling to recruit engineers, and there's a lack of engineering out there. So I think utilising the skills that ourselves and your engineers can offer is paramount for their success.
I see a big thing for me is the fact that when we're talking to our customers is that I explain that our engineers are an extension of their workforce, and this is because they haven't got the time to start looking at doing all these new projects and MPI and CI work on the shop floor. So this takes the pain away from them and puts it on the shoulders of our engineers, but we can start doing this in the background in our technology centre.
Yes, I'd say that the technology centre is a big asset for MSC and for people like ourselves to show off our cutting tool abilities and to solve customers' needs, definitely.
Now, I see our engineering team being our key differentiator in the market. What would you say your differentiator is?
Well, because we focus on solid carbide cutting tools only, so not indexable, that's where we are key in establishing our footprint, if you like, in the market.
So that's honing the skills all on the geometry of the cutters.
Definitely.
Would you call yourself experts in that field?
We'd like to think so. Like to think so. Yeah, we've been doing this for 70 years plus now, so yeah.
So where did it all start?
Well, it originally started with the 4-flute Z-carb. So
Right.
that was the original tool, which was a variable pitch, variable helix, high performance tool.
And is that for aluminiums or steels? Or?
No, it's non-ferrous, so it'll cut sort of steels all the way up to high nickel alloys.
So you can cut something like an EN8
Yep.
with the cutter and Inconel as well?
Yep, that's right, yeah.
That is like a shop floor dream.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
If I go back to when I was on the shop floor, I always wanted something to cut all the materials.
Yeah, it's basically a plug and play tool, yeah.
And has that evolved over time as well?
Yeah, so it's evolved into the advanced performance Z-carb AP. So now we've got variable rake on there as well. So we've got variable pitch, variable helix, and variable rake. It's the only end mill, to my knowledge, that's on the market. It's got 3 stability attributes to cutting the metal.
What does AP stand for?
Advanced performance.
So that means that the geometry's changed over the time.
Yeah, it's
and
evolved. It's evolved, yeah.
You can hit the material harder.
Yep. It hits material harder, less vibration, better surface finishes, better feed rates, and also better tool life.
I'm guessing over the years and learning from the way the geometries work with the materials, you've actually evolved the portfolio of tools as well.
Yeah, so our focus was high performance tooling from the start because that's what customers want. They want the tool to interact with the material and remove the material as fast and efficient as possible. So yeah, we've developed our range and focused on high performance, and that's evolved into many tools having 5, 6, all the way up to sort of 11, 12 fluted tools.
Why would you use different number of flutes? What's the benefit for using different number of flutes?
Well, that's sort of based on the component. You know, what does the high performance tool from SGS need to do? You know, does it need to slot? Does it need to profile? Or does it need to trochoid or mill? So multiple flutes means that you can run the tool more efficiently on a trochoidal milling type process.
And are all these manufactured in-house?
Yeah, they've all manufactured both in the US and the UK, all under one roof. So I think what's unique about the UK side of things is we have our own coating plant inside. So we also edge hone inside the UK plant as well. So everything stops in one house.
So you manufacture and coat all on the one site?
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
What's the added benefit for putting coating on the cutting tools?
So the benefit for coating, and there's various different coatings that we apply for different materials, obviously, but the benefit of coating is to give that tool another additional barrier from wear prevention. So it also protects the edge hone as well.
You know, when they put the coating on the tools,
Yeah.
do you have to take into consideration any additional size it adds to that?
No, coating's very, very thin, so it's a few microns thick. The maximum is sort of around about 5 microns for the diamond type coating. So it's very thin coating, so no, that's allowed for in the geometry. But the thing is, coatings are important. You know, it really is an important part of the cutting tool, because obviously it absorbs the heat of the chip as well.
So you'd rather the heat going into the chip
Yeah,
rather
exactly.
than into the tool?
Exactly. So
And
it
that
just gives
increases
that
tool
barrier.
life,
Yep, certainly does.
service finish?
Yep. And the coatings in SGS put on are unique to our tooling. So that's another thing as well, our tooling coatings that we've developed as well for different materials, such as high nickel alloys, as you mentioned.
So you've developed your own coatings as well?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so their own coatings. And also how we apply the coating as well is different. So we use a high PIMS technology, which is a smoother coating, so there's no nodules.
What's pins?
It's the coating chamber.
Right.
So it puts the coating on, it's a lot smoother coating than other coatings. So when a tool interacts with the material, if it's got nodules, it's got small parts. The first thing that will come off is these high nodules. But because our coating's smoother, it doesn't take the coating off.
So less wear.
Less wear, so better tool life.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, we've spoke about all those tools.
Yep.
I know that we're in the background, we're working on some demos
Yep,
to get in the tech centre,
Yep.
get you guys working with our team.
yep.
The demos that we're going to be doing, why are they different to any other demo that we've seen?
Well, you know, I've thought long and hard about demos and what we can show. So first and foremost is obviously you want to show the tool's capability. So what's unique about SGS's tools on different materials? So first of all, we're going to be covering different materials. So we're going to be covering your E19s all the way up to your high nickels. Then we're going to be covering the different geometries and why we would choose this geometry for that type of material and what the benefit is, features and benefits if you like. And then we're also going to be looking at how to utilise our cutting tool geometry on different programming, so full slotting, profile, and obviously trochoidal milling, as we've mentioned before. So that sort of thing, we're going to be doing that.
So we're going to be putting these tools into some pretty awkward situations.
Yeah, certainly, because the benefit for the viewer watching these demos will be if they can see that this tool can take such a big hit, there's going to be, you know, they're going to know that they're putting it on their high expensive components. It's going to be safe and secure. And I think that's the message with SGS. That's one of the unique selling points as well with SGS. The geometry, the coating, everything in-house, yeah, that's great. But you're going to be safe in the knowledge that an SGS tool won't let you down.
This all goes back to what you were saying about focusing on the round shank.
Exactly.
Cutting tools, with honing in on the expertise of the geometry.
Yeah.
The coatings that you can do in that. I didn't even know you did your own coatings.
Yeah.
Putting them through the paces. We'll be looking at it on the machines very soon.
Yep.
I can't wait to get you back in, working with the guys. I'm looking forward to making some serious content with you. So Steve, thanks for joining me today.
Been a pleasure, Matt. Good to see you as always.